Hello everyone, this is Joshua Clater, Content and Community Manager at PureMTGO.com, and I'm going to go ahead and give you my final thoughts on our first ever PureMTGO Throwdown. As you saw in the previous 5 videos, Chris Curse and I battled to a 3-2 record. A lot of that had to do with the amount of removal I drew and the amount of mulligans and poor draws that he had. I think that's why I started off 3-0 and why he started off 0-3. Pack Rat was an all-star. Putrefy definitely held its weight. Shadowborn Demon, when I cast it, it did work, son. I love 55 of the cards in the main deck of this deck. I'm still not sold on Deathrite Shaman. It's very good against Esper. It's good against Mono Black because it dodges most of the removal. But it's just a 1-drop. It's not doing much of anything else against Mono Red Devotion. It's not really doing much of anything against Mono Blue Devotion. So I'm thinking if, I'm playing a Guildgate or an Overgrown Tune tapped on turn 1, do I really need a turn 1 play outside of Thoughtseize? Would it be better to go to the 4th Lotlith Troll, the 4th Dreadmangler, and the 4th Reaper of the Wilds? I don't know. It's going to be worth testing. The other 2 cards that I'm not entirely sure about are the Mutavaults. I look at other versions of Black-Green. They're more aggro. They have Verilaws. They have Scavenging Ooze. And you would think in a 2-color aggro deck that you have Mutavault in there. This is more of a mid-range deck, and we still had some mana issues. If you recall video 5, where I don't get past the 3rd land for a while, or I'm missing a color. I'm still having mana issues, and I think Mutavault is just a little too stressful on the actual mana base. With that said, I think the sideboard is pretty okay. Pithing Needle wasn't very good in this matchup, but it's good in tons of others. Fade into Antiquity was amazing, and it's a card that I have overlooked previously, but with the amount of Bidents, bows, hammers, Erebus, whips, I mean, there's so many cards that gets to remove. Exiling a Boon Satyr, exiling a Underworld Connections. I mean, granted, we've got answers for Underworld Connections already with Golgari Charm, and we probably wouldn't bring Fade in against Mono Black. It's just, it was a lot better than I expected it to be, and I was pleasantly surprised. The lack of Lifebane Zombie in the sideboard didn't really bother me. It hasn't bothered me since I took it out. Lifebane Zombie may have been a crutch, and he really wasn't very good at doing what he was supposed to do. He was supposed to find Blood Barons and exile them. He rarely did it. So I have no problem losing the Blood Baron. I think the sideboard, honestly, is about as close to perfect as we can get. The main deck, I still have questions about those 5 cards, being those Shamans and these Mutavaults. If I were to take out Mutavaults, which I think I'm going to do, I would add in 1 more of each basic land to go up to 8 of each. And if I were to take out the Deathrite Shaman, I would definitely add the 4th Lotleth Troll, the 4th Mangler, and the 4th Reaper. I don't want to lower their creature count anymore past 21, or else I would add in more Petrifies. Maybe make room for a 3rd Vraska, because she has been amazing. But let's talk about the matchup you all saw. The first 3 matches went about exactly as I planned. I won the first 3. I believe I won those 3 because in match 1 he kept some poor hands, and I saw a lot of removal and hard to deal with creatures. In match 2 it was more of the same. In match 3, again, more of the same. As with any devotion deck, if you are able to keep them off their devoted color, they're not going to have their explosive, stupid turns. You have to remember that. If you can make Shrine of Nyx be a card that says pay 2 mana, add 1 mana to your mana pool of that color, then you're doing pretty good. In rounds 4 and 5, I believe Chris had got his footing underneath of him and had started to adjust his sideboard more. He mentioned to me in match 4 that Bow of Nylea came in for the first time, and Bow was pretty good. It made his guys bigger, it gained him life, it had the potential to put dead cards onto the bottom. Nemesis Immortals was also pretty good for him. I believe he took that out of Conley Wood's playbook. It was another must-answer gigantic threat. So when you're having to stare down a board of World Eater, Arbor Colossus, and Nemesis Immortals, I mean, which one do you kill? You're going to be left staring down 2 giants. I believe I sideboarded poorly, but I was only bringing in 2 Fade into Antiquities and a Thoughtseize. I brought in Whip of Erebos match 1, but wasn't too impressed with it. And at no point, I believe, in match 4 or match 5 would Whip have mattered. I'm just extremely proud of how this series turned out for its inception. I'm very proud of how Chris adjusted and adapted to the matchup that he was facing. And it may have been a 3-2, but it was a really hard fought 3-2 for the last 2 rounds. I'll take it. If you add my stream record to today, I went 7-2 on the day playing this deck. So I'm going to keep at it. I believe there's still some potential in this deck. Will it win Grand Prix Dallas? Probably not. But could it be a lot of fun to have in daily events and the 2-man queues? Yes. So that is my final thoughts on the black-green hexproof versus blue-green devotion deck. I still feel that I'm a pretty good favorite, but it's really removal dependent and land dependent. So if we can get those issues worked out, I believe we've got ourselves a real deck here. I do want to thank you all for checking out PureMTGO Throwdowns. I know that the names changed between what I was calling them in the earlier videos and now, but we just went with it. I hope you all enjoyed the videos. I hope you were entertained by them. I think Chris did a pretty good job on his videos and his article, and that will be going up alongside mine on Wednesday morning. So you all will see this the day before Thanksgiving. Uh, I'm extremely proud of it. I've got some more ideas for the site to generate some content. So let's keep up the good work here on PureMTGO.com. I am Joshua Clater, and I am signing off. Enjoy your holiday weekend, America. Enjoy your Wednesday, everyone else.